In this video, I'm reviewing Waalaxy, which is one of LinkedIn's more famous automation tools that people use for all sorts of things, including B2B sales, recruitment, and generally growing their LinkedIn network. This is going to be a very thorough, long review video when I'm going to go into all sorts of possible details of my interaction with Waalaxy, because I did have quite a few months using this, and I'll use it on all different tiers, and I can show you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and my ultimate kind of overview. As I pointed out in my previous videos, I have grown up to be less of a fan of LinkedIn automation tools, those that send automated connection requests, which is basically what Waalaxy is doing, because LinkedIn is closing those loopholes for, adding an obscene amount of connection requests on a monthly basis. So instead of this, I recommend going into more fine-tuned manual approach if you're looking for B2B sales. Okay, so this video is specifically for B2B sales. I'm not into recruitment. I'm not into building my LinkedIn network for the sake of it. B2B sales, and more so in the digital marketing agency scene. So now that we have this all out of the way, I'm going to show you the overview of this video, and I'm going to start with something which is very basic. I'm going to go into Waalaxy pricing and subscriptions. So to find this information, you go into Waalaxy pricing page, and this is what I'm seeing at the moment right here, right now, as I'm in 9th of September 2023. As you can see, Waalaxy has 3 tiers here. So the first one is free. It's you get 18 invitations per month, basic functionality. Yeah. Then you get the second tier, which is advanced, and you get 800 invitations per month, which works out to be roughly 200 connection requests on a weekly basis. You pay 56 euros for it if you're going for a full 12-month contract with them, or you pay all the way 112 euros if you choose to pay monthly. That is a crazy difference from 1 month to 12 months. So it's essentially like a 50% difference, and that is a crazy number. So when I was using Waalaxy, I was using the three months because it seemed to be like the best option out of all. So once you look at the advanced and the business tiers, what the main difference is that, see this, you've got 800 invitations here and 800 invitations here. So they're both the same in terms of invitation. However, what business tier is giving you is it's also giving you this emails finder tool, which is essentially a way for you to not only reach out to your connections through LinkedIn, but it would also allow you to get in touch with them in using email, which by some marketers is seen as a more advanced approach, because not only you're kind of harassing them on the LinkedIn side of things, but you also get in their inbox and start kind of messaging them there in case the person is not responding on LinkedIn. So that is the idea. So for this extra a month, if we're looking at 3 months period, for this extra 38 euros, you are getting approximately 500 emails sent out. Yeah, so verified emails. And there is a bit of a, I'm saying approximately, because even though they say, yeah, you only count the verified emails. So for example, you've got a list of, say, 700 connections on LinkedIn, but emails finder tool is only able to find 600 emails of those 700 people, but only 500 of those can be verified to be deliverable. Yeah, and that is what Waalaxy is charging you for. So that's the verified email, as they say. However, when I played with this, I saw quite a few, not a crazy amount of emails, but quite a few emails that would bounce. Yeah, so that was still, I don't know if they still counted that, but I got quite a few bounced emails, which means that the inbox either doesn't exist or there is some issue with it. So it's like, I'm not a huge believer into this business tier for Waalaxy, the way it's working and the way it's priced, and just the 500 email, verified email thing is very small. If you're doing any sorts of outbound lead generation, where you're sending mass campaigns, 500 is nothing. That is something you send like in a day. Yeah, I'm not advising you to do this, by the way. I'm completely like, I've done this before. I'm not into this stuff anymore. So I don't recommend this. So if you're going for Waalaxy, the only tier you should be looking at is the advanced option. Okay, in my opinion. So, however, yeah, talking about these tiers, let's look at the historical side of things because this pricing has changed in the past. And all it takes is just if you go into Google search and type in Waalaxy pricing, and then here's this result from some time ago, not long ago. Yeah, not long ago. You can see that Waalaxy actually had 4 tiers. They had the free one, which actually had 400 connection requests at the time, and now it has only 80. Yeah, so it's 5 times less. And they had 800 quotas for 20 euros, which is now, and they're using this 12 months. So yeah, so it's 800 here. You have to pay 56 if you're going for 12-month contract with them. And you got 2,500 on advanced and business plans, but for business you also got those emails that I spoke about now a moment ago. So, and now you only get 800 here and then 100 here. So what the hell happened? So this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is LinkedIn closing those loopholes for Waalaxy and the likes, like Dripify, the other LinkedIn automation tool. They're closing those loopholes. So now it's becoming very, very hard. And as you can see, it's becoming almost like impossible to have the same levels, to send out the same amounts of connection requests on a monthly basis. And that is very, very recent change. It actually happened approximately like in June 2023. And I had a bit of an interaction here with the Waalaxy support when I reached out to them and said, yo guys, I signed up for a plan which was advanced, and I signed up for this plan and it said 2,500, yeah, just like what it says here. But now I'm only getting like 800 a month. What's going on? And then they came back to me and said, until early May, Waalaxy had a hidden feature allowing you to exceed LinkedIn's weekly invitation quota. And I didn't really get why they say hidden feature, because I mean, how is this hidden if it's out there? Yeah, it's like 2,500 quotas per month. I don't know how hidden is this. But anyway, instead of the default 800, due to recent technical changes on LinkedIn's side, the invitation bypass in all automation tools, including ours, no longer works for some users. Some profiles still manage to exceed the maximum quota of invitations imposed by LinkedIn, but this is not guaranteed. As a result, we have made the choice to clarify our offer for our users by not promising 2,500 invitations that we're no longer able to guarantee, but an attainable 800 per month for everyone. The daily quotas we offer have not changed. Note that this evolution only concerns invitations, so you can still use the visits, messages, emails, all the other features that Waalaxy has. Furthermore, we're excited to inform you that we are launching a brand new AI-based lead generation feature in beta to improve the user experience. This feature will eventually be included in all subscriptions. I think this started with business at the time. In a bit to simplify the process, we have decided to remove our Pro plan. And here's this Pro plan that she's talking about. The latter, differentiated mainly by the value of the quotas, no longer provides the expected value. So yeah, and that's pretty much it. And I was like, guys, and why I didn't get a message of this? All of a sudden I paid for a certain functionality for the tool, and all of a sudden I'm not getting it, and then you're not really reaching out to me mentioning this. So this was their attempt to kind of excuse themselves, yeah, because yeah, some profiles work, some of them don't. We really don't know what they are, and I was like, that is not cool. You have to really communicate these things with your clients. I shouldn't be finding this on my own, and then all of a sudden, figuring out, oh my God, I'm, what is it? It was 2,500, and all of a sudden it's like 800. Yeah, so 4 times less. Yeah, it's crazy. So I shouldn't be finding this news on my own. I should be contacted by you, and I wasn't. So that's why I'm saying that Waalaxy, in terms of communication, I didn't really like this. Yeah, so I noted this here, poor communication. When it comes to their customer service, when you just reach out, you actually get a reply pretty quickly, given their European, customer service kind of operation hours. I think they're based in France or something. So that's pretty good. But in this sort of thing, I didn't really like this communication. And then I was like, okay, I paid for this plan and I'm not getting it. How about you guys? You actually upgrade me to the business plan, because I might as well just check it out. So they were kind to upgrade me to the business plan, but for just 1 month. I got an advanced plan for like 3 months, and I only got like a business for a month as a result of this. Yeah. I still got like my advanced plan afterwards, but I had like 30 days of business to try it out, which I wasn't impressed with, as I mentioned earlier, but we'll get to there. So as you can see already, like the tool is charging a lot more what it used to charge, but its basic functionality is dramatically decreased, like dramatically. Okay. And to me, this is a big red sign of the things are not going in the right direction, so I'm not sure where it's all going to go in the future. So when it comes to Waalaxy pros, well, it does what it says it does. Yeah, so it sends out those automatic connection requests for the audience that you can determine, and it has different options to do this. So let's go inside the Waalaxy itself, and I'll show you how this operates. So once you're inside Waalaxy, you have this different. It looks really nice, by the way. Yeah, so it's very, very slick, and in terms of functionality, it's a no-brainer. Really, it's pretty simple. So once you're inside Waalaxy, you have different tabs, and here's one for prospects, for example. And these are different lists that you can create. You will need also a Chrome extension for Waalaxy to operate once it tries to connect with your LinkedIn. So you'll need a separate Chrome extension, which Waalaxy will prompt you to install once you sign up for the service. And then, as you can see, it has different import options. So first one is import via LinkedIn search. This is when you have a basic LinkedIn and you just do a search there. And then you can import via LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So if you're using LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and I recommend you use it, it's such a no-brainer. You should be using this feature because it allows a far better fine-tuning of the prospects that you're going to send requests to. Then you can import CSV file. So this is when you have a list. Import from a LinkedIn group. This can be a powerful feature because you can find people that have that you have something in common with because they are part of the same group. Then you can import from LinkedIn event. Yeah, this is really powerful as well because you can find a LinkedIn event with people that are, for example, you are selling a copywriting service for SaaS companies, and then all of a sudden you find an event that talks about copywriting for SaaS, and you see there's like 200 people that join this event. And you can definitely go in there and import those people from this event, and your excuse is pretty good. Like, I see you were in the same event, let's connect, da-da-da. So supposedly it's easier to find people that are more likely to purchase, in the moment, because they're already like checking this out. And then there is some other option here. Let's see if I can make it. Yeah, I can import from a saved search. Yeah, so I guess this is also to do with LinkedIn Sales Navigator because you can save searches inside it. And then you can import from a leads list. Yeah, so this is something, I guess, that you had from before. That's interesting. Yeah, leads list in Sales Navigator. So this is also to do with Sales Navigator. So as you can see, there is quite a few options when you can import this. The majority of people use it for either LinkedIn search or LinkedIn Sales Navigator, okay? Because it's the easiest one. And it's like set it once and almost like set it and forget it type of thing. So that's what it does. And to make it work, what you would actually need to do is you go to start a campaign, and then you have all different sequences here, but we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, I just want to have like a bird's eye view first. So yeah, allows you to add people from different events. These are the pros. What else? As I said, I really like the design. It's pretty slick. It's nice. It's kind of simple to understand. What I don't like is that they could have worked a lot more on the dashboard in terms of how many people. I remember I was thinking about some values. It shows like the accepted invitations. Yeah, so this is the number of invitations that you sent out for a given period of time, and this is the acceptance rate. Yeah, so this is the amount of people, like 1 in 5 in this specific case, 20%. And then answered messages, yeah, because the tool also sends out the messages, and out of this 22.4, I got 34.9 people replying back to me, which is okay. And this is the report, yeah, from the time. This is exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, you can see that I was sending like 96 connection requests on a daily basis. 96, 93, 85, 97. So there's all in 1 week. 97, 0. That is a Sunday, and then once again it goes up to Saturday, Sunday, I think maybe it was, and then it's 120, 76. So it was a lot more. And then I kind of stopped using it for a while because I didn't see much value in this, because I was getting so many useless prospects, like just people that didn't really fit my ideal customer profile, my ICP. That's the main reason why I'm not using any of the automation tools at the moment. It's because you get so many people that fit the search criteria on LinkedIn, but in reality, once you look at it, even if you just spend a couple of seconds on their profile, you're like, no, there's no way this guy or girl, that they fit my target audience. It's just that simple. So that's why I stopped using it altogether. But anyway, and then this is where I cut this. Yeah, I started seeing like 90 cent, and then 20, 17, and then I ramped it up to supposedly these volumes, and then 87, 86, and that's it. Nothing for the rest of the week, and that pretty much is 200 a week. I was like, what is going on? And then I figured it out. I had a chat with the support, and then I put them down to like 50, 40, 50 on a daily basis, so that I was sending approximately 50 connection requests on a daily basis, not counting in the weekends. And and then I just took it out completely. Now, this is the business. If you sign up for business plan, yeah, it says go business here, you get these emails. Yeah, as I said, approximately 500 a month. It says 480 here, so that's why approximately. So I'm not even getting the full package. I mean, like seriously, you could just even go overboard a little bit. Instead of giving me 500, you can give me 520. Yeah, you're over delivering by less than 5%, and it pretty much, the cost of this is negligible, right? I mean, it doesn't cost much, to be honest. But it's still, I'd be happier seeing like 520, thinking, oh, they are so nice. They've over delivered. But instead of this, I'm seeing 480 emails, and as I said, I'm checking out them in the inbox, and a lot of bounced emails there as well. So I'm not like really. I didn't like it that much. You see, it's like not delivered 14, bounce rate 2.9. I like the way it's called bounced rate, not bounce rate, but anyway, response rate 4.3, 12 responses. So anytime you do a cold outreach campaign via email, you have to really be intelligent when it comes to sending follow-ups, but it has to be intelligent follow-up. It should never be, oh, do you get a time to check my email? It should never be like that, okay? But that is something else I won't cover in this specific video. So that's what it's all looking like. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you was this message templates thing. So messages are actually not message templates. Actually, let's look at the start in a campaign. So for example, you want to start a campaign on Waalaxy. So you're going to start a campaign, and then there are certain sequences that you can pick from. And I remember there was one review on wherever it was, like one guy was like saying, it's crazy, but you cannot create your own sequence. And a sequence in this case, it's like, what do you want Waalaxy to do with your connection requests? Do you want it to send an invitation and 2 messages? If so, then you click select this option. Do you want it to send just invitation plus a message? If so, this is your option here. Then you can also do like visits plus email finder. Yeah, so you can visit their profile and then find their email and then send an email or whatever. So you show that. So they've got all sorts of different sequences here, but you cannot create your own apparently. Yeah, so you have to pick from one of their sequences. And to be honest, I didn't really experience any hardships because of that, because they do have quite a lot of different options here, and in reality it shouldn't be super complicated. However, given the when it comes to like B2B sales, filling up your agency with clients, you have to do a lot of following up. So sometimes you want to really have a lot of follow-ups, and if you're looking for a sequence with different with a lot of follow-ups, you can add. So for example, you want to have a sequence that has message, and then you can actually select the amount of messages you want your sequence to contain. So for example, type in 7, and here's the one that you're looking for. You get visit plus invitation plus 7 messages. Okay, so what it does is that it visits the profile. Waalaxy visits the profile, sends out the invitation to connect. If the person connects, it starts sending this 7 messages, and it's working. It's great. Like the sequence is awesome. The problem is that you have no idea if you're sending these messages to the correct person because you didn't control for it at the very start. And now I'm going to show you the exact problem, like the stuff that I'm talking about. Why is this not going well for Waalaxy? And to a degree, this is maybe not even Waalaxy's fault. It's the fault of people that have no idea of how to use Sales Navigator, coupled with how Sales Navigator is actually built. Okay, so remember there was that option to import people from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So now to do this, here's how it works. You go to your Sales Navigator, you go into search, and you're going to end up in the Sales Navigator with all these filters. By the way, if you need a tour or a demo of Sales Navigator, check out my other video. I have substantially covered it, like with all these different filters and how you can use them for very specific situations. Now, I'm going to pretend that I'm going to create a list of people that I want Waalaxy to add to my connections on LinkedIn. And in my case, I'm going to go into the company headquarters location. I'm going to pick United States. Then I'm going to go into the company headcount. I'm going to pick 11 to 50 because I'm working with, say, agencies that have 11 to 50 people working in there. Now I'm going to go into, I'm not going to go into the current job title because it's a really funny filter the way it works on LinkedIn. It shows up, it's not really good. So I'm going to pick seniority level instead, and I'm going to pick all of these filters. I'm going to click director. I'm going to pick C-level guys. I'm going to pick senior, and I'm going to pick owner partner. And now I'm going to use search keywords, and I'm going to find anybody that has to do with marketing and agency. What I'm doing here is that I'm telling LinkedIn to only search for people that included the words marketing and agency in their profiles. Also using all these filters at the same time. As you can see, I end up with like 180,000 people out there, and that is just some crazy amount. So as you can tell, and I went pretty like deep internally, like in terms of like the head count, the location, the seniority level. Problem is that LinkedIn is going to show me a lot of people that I have no idea if they're actually fit or not, because I really want to see the companies they work for. So sure, I can filter it down further by taking out anybody who's my first degree connection, but that is very, very few people. Actually, no, it doesn't matter here. But that's the reality. So now the majority of people are like, okay, we are going to pick 180,000 people and just feed it to Waalaxy and just let Waalaxy like do the thing. And to me, it's just like crazy because I want to really, because the cost of sending a connection request for Waalaxy, because you can only add like 800 people on a monthly basis. I mean, not just add, but send requests to 800 people on a monthly basis. And at a 20% conversion rate, that ends up being like 200 people on a monthly basis. Yeah, if you can do this, if you can afford to do this. So you only have like 200 people. So you really want to spend some time beforehand trying to identify that these people, in fact, that they actually fit your ideal customer profile. Because if not, you're wasting so much time trying to connect with these people. You're wasting all these credits, etc., etc. And this is the paradox, because at this stage, if you want to verify these people, it kind of is a self-defeating purpose of Waalaxy, because it literally, the idea is that you want to go and add those people without doing much, without doing any verification. You kind of want to use these filters. I agree, maybe you can fine-tune it further, but the idea is that it's impossible. Like 180,000. What else do you want to trim it down to? Like an area inside the US? Well, maybe, but it's really insane. So, and that's it. Like, you hit the paradox, because you really want to verify these people. And the way I teach it, the way I show it to the agency owners and their VAs when they're looking for ideal customers, I instead tell them to go to the account and actually find the companies first. Yeah, because now you find companies and you can see that there's only 6,000 companies that fit these filters, that they're based in the US, they're 11 to 15 size, that they include marketing and agency in their descriptions. And now I'm actually going to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to click these companies and I'm going to say view current employees, all these companies, and then I can potentially pick seniority level. Once again, I can say I want seniors, I want owner, directors, C-level folks, owners, and partners. And then I can somehow, and I'm down to 394 results, okay? And now I can further fine-tune it to marketing. So now I'm only seeing people that include marketing in their descriptions, their profiles, and I'm down to like 369 results, so a little fewer. These people, that looks a little bit better. Of course, I still want to, like, before I even go here, I should really check out their websites of all these agencies and make sure that they actually fit. Because sometimes, well, you might end up finding, I was looking for SEO agencies, but they in the list you might find different SaaS companies, recruiters, consultants. So these all of these people, all these companies, they're not part of my ideal customer profile. So I would still end up with quite a significant amount of collateral damage. And I don't want that to happen, because I don't want it to waste my resources. So this is why, even though this is a better way, because I'm only down to like 369 results out of those 25 companies, I'd still be able to do this job better if I did this manually. So this is why I'm so against automation tools when it comes to B2B sales. It might be a completely different situation for recruiting, but B2B sales, not really. You really want to spend some time verifying that the ICP, that these guys really fit the ICP. I cannot stress this enough. So yeah, can create your own sequence, poor communication. Yeah, and I just covered the main problem with Waalaxy and other automation tools. And then I'm saying how to actually make it work as good as it can. Demo. So yeah, that was the idea. So instead of going the way that I showed you at the very start, going like finding the people first, I would first find the companies, and then out of these companies, you can actually, like, what I do is I always like exclude all of these companies from the list. And once I exclude them from the list, I'm able to actually look at every single of those companies and find the decision maker. Once I verify that the company is great and the decision maker is appropriate, well, I can definitely add them to a list. Yeah, for example, I'm looking at the Fortea right now, and I'm thinking, okay, this guy's good, digital marketing, like, he's the director, and this is the business development person. Well, I can definitely pick somebody who is like biz dev person and director of digital marketing services, and then I can add them to the list. Okay, I can add them to some list. I can create a new list, call it Waalaxy, for example, and I can do so with all of these guys, like throughout this list. For example, okay, content publishing coordinator, not so good. Client solutions manager, not so good. But you get the idea. Sometimes there's nobody with marketing. Sometimes you really have to find some. But let's suppose that this guy is good. Okay, the president. So I'm actually going to add him to the list once again. Once I populate this list, this Waalaxy list, this is when I go to Waalaxy once again, and I go to, say, my prospects, and I can say add list, create a new list for this. I can hit the import button, and I can hit this button here from a leads list. So this is what it's going to be, because I was just saving them here to this list. So that is kind of how you can. So now that you have manually worked them through, or your VA, you have pulled them together. Now you can definitely feed it to Waalaxy and let it do its magic, because now you know that they fit your ICP. So sending those 7 messages after you connect makes all the sense, because you know that they fit your ICP. That's how powerful this is, and you can do it that way. But anything other than this, it's crazy. It's a waste of resources. If you're doing B2B sales, it's a waste of your resources. It's unnecessary. It's a necessary waste of anything. So that's pretty much it. That's my Waalaxy review. Am I using this tool right now? As I said, as you can see, I'm a free user right now. I've got my free account. I don't know if I will hop on back at it, right? Yeah, given what I've shown you right now. As I said, it makes all the sense to filter them, filter out the prospects first. Make sure, spend all your time, all the resources to verify that they actually fit your ideal customer profile. And if they do, create a list, fit it to Waalaxy, and then start your outreach campaign. That can work. But other than that, not really. Guys, I hope this video has been of help. Tell me, are you going to sign up for Waalaxy, or are you going to go a 100% manual method? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video.